up, staring at this empty room. Looked at 1,000 different pictures that your mother took of you. You see, I had this crazy dream last night. This man, he talked to me. He told me everything that's good and bad about my history. But he said that you are the future. He said that you are the future. And the future looks good. The future looks good. Oh, call me anytime, every time you're losing it. And tell me anyone and everyone that makes you feel like shit. Because you know anybody, everybody else can lie. But honey, I won't see you with a broken set of eyes. And I swear that you are the future. I say that you are the future. And the future looks good. Oh, yeah. The future looks good. Oh, yeah. Staring at this empty room. Looked at 1,000 different pictures that your mother took of you.
It's a hot air coming out of there, right?
Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit.
You're so beautiful.
The grace of our Lord Jesus Christ, and the love of God, and the communion of the Holy Spirit be with you all.
And with your spirit.
Connor and Stephanie, be greeted in the Lord. This day you come to invite us, the people of God, to share in your joy. Today in this church, you are the presence of Christ in our midst. Your love is the symbol of his love for us, the church. With open arms, we welcome you as you welcome us into the experience of love you want to share with us here. Let us celebrate that love, the love of God, with joyful hearts and voices. Grant, we pray, Almighty God, that we, your servants, now to be joined by the sacrament of matrimony, may grow in the faith they profess and enrich your church with your faithful offspring. For our Lord Jesus Christ, your Son, who lives and reigns with you in the unity of the Holy Spirit, one God, forever and ever.
Amen.
The congregation now be seated and listen to the word of God. It's our first week to come forward.
You're okay. Sit down. You're good. You're good. You're good.
A reading from the book of Tobit. Tobias and Sarah began to pray and implore that they might be kept safe. Tobias began by saying, "Blessed are you, O God of our ancestors, and blessed is your name in all generations forever. Let the heavens and the whole creation bless you forever. You made Adam, and for him you made his wife Eve as a helper and support. From the two of them, the human race has sprung. From the two of them, the human race has sprung. You said, it is not good that the man should be alone. Let us make a helper for him, like himself. I now am taking this king's woman of mine, not because of lust, but with sincerity. Grant that she and I may find mercy and that we may grow old together." The word of the Lord.
Thanks be to God.
A reading from the first letter of St. Paul to the Corinthians. Strive for the good gifts, and I will show you a still more excellent way. If I speak in tongues of mortals and angels, but do not have love, I am a noisy gong or clanging cymbal. If I have perfect powers and understand all mysteries and all knowledge, and if I have all faith, so as to remove mountains but do not have love, I am nothing. If I give away all my possessions, and if I hand over my body so that I may boast, but do not have love, I have nothing. Love is patient, love is kind. Love is not envious or boastful or arrogant or rude. It does not insist on its own ways. It is not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice in wrongdoing, but rejoices in truth. It bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Love never ends. The word of the Lord.
Thanks be to God.
The Lord be with you.
And with your spirit.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to John. Jesus said to his disciples, "This is my commandment, that you love one another as I have loved you. No one has greater love than this, to lay down one's life for one's friends. You are my friends if you do what I command you. I do not call you servants any longer, because a servant does not know what the master is doing. But I have called you friends, because I have made known to you everything that I have heard from my Father. You did not choose me, but I chose you, and I appointed you to go and bear fruit that will last, so that the Father will give you whatever you ask him in my name." The Gospel of the Lord.
Thanks be to our Lord Jesus Christ.
Please be seated.
You're good. You're good.
Connor and Stephanie, the loving husband or wife is one of the greatest blessings God gives. Marriage is a gift, one of God's good gifts to us, given to bless and enrich us. It's a relationship in which a man and wife come to know such love. such depth of intimacy that the two become one. God takes marriage so seriously that God is the one who makes them one. And when God joins together, Jesus says, let no one separate. God's ideal for marriage is that it be a lifelong, permanent relationship. This is not meant to oppress or enslave us. It is because this kind of commitment is what is best for us, for our children, and for our society. Marriage is God's gift, and like all good gifts, it is to be accepted with gratitude, cherished, and enjoyed. To abuse the gift, to take it lightly, to cast it away when things get a little tough, is to cheat yourself out of its blessings. The best marriage relationships I know are the ones in which the couple see each other as a blessing and a gift from God. All over the world, in all cultures, in all ages of human history, a wedding is a joyous time. It is a joyous time because it is a celebration of life and love. Honored Stephanie, you have arranged to have your marriage ceremony in this parish church of St. Justin Martyr. You've chosen this because, I hope, you realize that it takes three, not just two, to get married. No, I'm not the third party. The third party is God. A successful Christian marriage needs to be built on a firm relationship with God. Three to get married is quite an appropriate saying for those who wish to live the sacrament of Christian marriage. Christian marriage is not a contract between two, but a covenant among three. Through Christian marriage, Christ promises to help couples, to help you carry your daily cross, to live the high ideal of Christian love to which you are being called. For Catholic Christians, marriage is a sacrament. It is a personal, grace-filled encounter with God in a very real way. God is blessing your love. The Lord says, without me you can do nothing. Without God's love, without God, love may not become all that it was created to be. With God in your life and at the center of your marriage, your love will be perfected, completed, sanctified, blessed, and become for both of you a path for your salvation. With God's grace, true love is possible. But what is this word love? It can be quite a confusing word. There are many different ways we use it. I love ice cream. I love my mother. I love my wife. I love God. Are all these loves exactly the same? How do we reach the deepest meaning of this word? This is where our faith gives us an answer. The Bible tells us that we came to know the meaning of love when God sent His Son, Jesus Christ, to give Himself as an offering for our sins. Christ loves us so much that He died on the cross to save us. There is the essence of love, self-giving. We give ourselves away to the other person for their own sake, not for what we get in return. This, even if it means, and especially when it means, sacrifice and suffering for us. The greatest symbol of love is not the heart, it's the crucifix. This gives us the key to happiness and fulfillment in marriage. Happiness and fulfillment are not feelings we obtain directly. If we say, I see fulfillment over here, and now I'm going to get it, we will find that it disappears when we arrive. We do not obtain fulfillment directly, or indirectly. In other words, it's the result of doing something else. The something else is the giving of self. Do not look so much at how your spouse will make you happy. Look instead at how you can give yourself away to each other. And then the happiness will flow from that reality. There is a big difference between a contract and a covenant. In a contract, people exchange goods and services. Every sale is a kind of contract. Marriage is called to be so much more. Marriage is a covenant. And in covenant, people do not exchange things. They give themselves. A covenant says, I am yours and you are mine. The marriage covenant is rooted in an even larger covenant. Christ died on the cross, he established an everlasting covenant with us. For he said, I am your Savior, your God, and you are my people. I give myself to you. Give yourselves also to me. Christ renews that covenant at every Mass. He says to us, this is my body given for you. This is my blood shed for you. He gives us himself in Holy Communion. And we give ourselves back to him in obedience and love. This is what you do in the covenant of marriage. You say to each other, this is my body, my blood, my life. Take it, I am yours. The best place to renew your marriage vows is not this Mass, but at every Mass, every Sunday, where you will renew your covenant not only with each other, but also with Christ, as he renews his covenant with you in Eucharist. Christ will teach you the meaning of love. He will give you the power to love. Now, having a church wedding doesn't just guarantee automatically a successful marriage. What it does mean, however, is the opportunity is being offered to you in Christ for the completion and perfection of your love. You are inviting the Lord Jesus to enter this all-important relationship, to redeem it and to provide it with his grace. The grace to be patient when it is easy to be impatient, to be loving when it is easy to be unloving, to be forgiving when it is easy to be unforgiving, to be kind when it is easy to be insulting, to be understanding when it is easy to be critical. For all this we need God's grace, presence, love, and power in married life. True love, Stephanie and Connor, entails a lifelong commitment to the person loved. Real love never says I love you just for a day, a month, a year, or even 10 years. True love is forever. One of the purposes of this marriage ceremony is for you both to acknowledge publicly this lifelong commitment. The covenant to love exclusively and unconditionally one another. Stephanie and Connor, it is my fervent hope that the words that I have spoken, that you will love each other as Christ has loved you, will become truly manifest in your lives. You've chosen to celebrate Christian marriage, a sacramental marriage, a holy mystery rooted in friendship and in love, a relationship, as St. Paul says, modeled on a relationship between Christ, the bridegroom, and his bride, the church. In a few moments, the two of you, like others before you, will stand before God and the world as represented by your family and friends here present, to pledge your commitment to each other, not until someone else comes along, but as in the words of the marriage ritual for all the days of your life. Finally, Connor and Stephanie, my prayer for both of you is that you be joined in life's journey together by Jesus Christ, who promises through his sacrament to thus sustain and rejoice in your union. Therefore, in the spirit of joy and celebration, let us now witness the full the sacrament of marriage upon each other. Connor and Stephanie, have you come here freely and without reservation to give yourselves to each other in marriage?
Yes.
Will you love and honor each other as man and wife for the rest of your lives?
Yes.
Will you accept children lovingly from God and bring them up according to the law of Christ and his church?
Yes.
Since it is your intention then to enter into marriage, turn, face each other, join your right hands, and declare your consent before God and his church. I, Connor, take you, Stephanie,
I, Connor, take you, Stephanie,
to be my wife.
to be my wife.
I promise to be true to you
I promise to be true to you
in good times and in bad,
in good times and in bad,
in sickness and in health.
in sickness and in health.
I will love you
I will love you
and honor you
you
all the days of my life.
all the days of my life.
I, Stephanie,
I, Stephanie,
take you, Connor,
take you, Connor,
to be my husband.
to be my husband.
I promise to be true to you
I promise to be true to you
in good times and in bad,
in good times and in bad,
in sickness and in health.
in sickness and in health.
I will love you,
I will love you
honor you
and honor you
all the days of my life.
all the days of my life.
You have declared your consent before the church. May the Lord in his goodness strengthen your consent and fill you both with his blessings. What God has joined, men must not divide. Lord, bless these rings which we bless in your name. Grant that those who wear them may always have a deep faith in each other. May they do your will and always live together in peace, goodwill, and love. Stephanie, take this ring
Stephanie, take this ring
as a sign of my love and fidelity.
as a sign of my love and fidelity.
In the name of the Father,
In the name of the Father,
and of the Son,
and of the Son,
and of the Holy Spirit.
and of the Holy Spirit.
Connor, take this ring
Connor, take this ring
as a sign of my love and fidelity.
as a sign of my love and
In the
fidelity.
name of the Father,
In the name of the Father,
and of the Son,
and of the Son,
and of the Holy
and of the
Spirit.
Holy Spirit.
Connor and Stephanie, you have entered into a covenant between each other and before God. As a sign of that covenant, Connor, you may kiss your bride.
The response of the intercessions is, Lord, hear our prayer.
Lord, hear our prayer.
That God may Connor and Stephanie rejoice in mutual love that is faithful to the end. We pray to the Lord.
Lord, hear our prayer.
For all married couples present here, that they may renew their commitment to love, to share with the world the mystery of God's friendship. We pray to the Lord.
Lord, hear our prayer.
For God's holy people, that through this celebration, we all may grow in our desire to serve and love the world. We pray to the Lord.
Lord, hear our prayer.
That the world we live in and are called to serve may be enlivened by the presence of God, show forth in love and in women. We pray to the Lord.
Lord, hear our prayer.
For our community, for ourselves, and for each other, that we may accept the challenge placed before us today and make love our way of life. We pray to the Lord.
Lord, hear our prayer. Lord God, our Father, we ask that you look with favor upon our prayers for Stephanie and Connor, and for all your people, through Christ our Lord.
Amen.
Amen.
Please be seated. Lord, in your love, you have given us this Eucharist to unite us with one another and with you. As you have made Stephanie and Connor one in the sacrament of marriage and in the sharing of the one bread and the one cup, so now make them one in love for each other. We ask this in the name of Jesus the Lord.
Amen.
Our final blessing is in 4 parts. After each verse, the congregation will respond, Amen. You'll know when to say Amen because I'll stop talking. May God, the all-powerful Father, grant you his joy and bless you in your children.
Amen.
Amen.
May the only begotten Son of God stand by you with compassion in good times and in bad.
Amen.
May the Holy Spirit of God always pour forth his love into your hearts.
Amen.
And may Almighty God bless all of you who are gathered here, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Amen.
Our celebration is ended. Let us remain always in the peace of Christ. I would ask the congregation to please be seated as we have the signing of the majesty.
Now? Do that. You good?
not be afraid, I am with you.
It's gonna stay in the paper.
I have called you each by name. Come and follow me, and I will bring you home. I love you and you are
Your signature's in like 47 of these. I said you've signed like
one.
47.
Strength for all the despairing, healing for the ones dwelling shame. All the blind will see, the lame will all run free, and all will know my name. Do not be afraid, I am with you. I have called you each by name. Come and follow me, and I will bring you home. I love you and you are one.
And now I'd like to take a really long to say thank you to all those who have helped prepare for today. I know there are many people who are busily working in the background or moving forward to today and certainly to tonight. So to all of those individuals, thank you very much for all your hard work and effort. You only have a couple more hours. But thank you very much. I'd certainly like to thank my altar server, Pablo.
Ready?
I'd like to thank our soloist, and our organist.
No, just take my arm. There we go.
With the liturgy, both for the Mass and if they're going to be part of the music of the Mass, so I thank you them. I'd certainly like to give my thanks to the parents of Homer and Stephanie, because without you, they wouldn't be here. And I'd certainly like to give my thanks to God, who has brought them together and to keep them in our congregation and bring them one day to joy and happiness of heaven. Would the congregation please stand?
There you go. Hold that with your left hand. Not yet.
So, for the very first time here
Ready?
at the congregation of St. Justin Martyr, I would like to introduce Mr. and Mrs. Steele.
Days run, nights fall away. Streetlights guiding me, they show me the way. Oh, 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 take my hand, I'll lead you home. Escape our fate and walk alone. Turn down the lights tonight, the moon's our guide. We dance, we sing, we live, we love tonight. Let's run from the dawn before it knows we're gone. We dance, we sing, we live, we love tonight. for me. Darling, just dive right in and follow my lead. Well, I found a girl, beautiful and sweet. Well, I never knew you were the someone waiting for me. 'Cause we were just kids when we fell in love, not knowing what it was. I will not give you up this time. Darling, just kiss me slow. Your heart is all I own, and in your eyes you're holding mine. Baby, I'm dancing in the dark with you between my arms, barefoot on the grass, listening to our favorite song. When you said you looked a mess, I whispered underneath my breath, but you heard it, darling. You were perfect tonight. Well, I found a woman stronger than anyone I know. She shares my dreams. I hope that someday I'll share her home. I found a love to carry more than just my secrets, to carry love, to carry children of our own. We are still kids, but we're so in love, fighting against all odds. I know we'll be alright this time. Darling, just hold my hand. Be my girl, I'll be your man. I see my future in your eyes. Baby, I'm dancing in the dark, you between my arms, barefoot on the grass, listening to our favorite song. When I saw you in that dress, looking so beautiful, I don't deserve this. Darling, you were perfect tonight. Baby, I'm dancing in the dark, you between my arms, barefoot on the grass, listening to our favorite song. I have faith in what I see. Now I know I have met an angel in person, and she looks perfect. I don't deserve it. You look perfect tonight.
Mr. and Mrs. Steele, big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. All right, friends and family, ladies and gentlemen, if you can see me, I'm all the way over here to the left side of the bride at the podium. So at this time, if you can kindly focus your attention up here at the podium, I'd like to invite up Rocco and Marco to say a few kind words and do a little toast to our bride and groom here tonight. Big round of applause as they make their way.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. You guys are probably sick of seeing me already. Saw you a few weeks ago. I just want to thank everybody here for coming tonight to my sister Connor's wedding. You guys all look great. For those of you who don't know me and my brother, we're the brothers of Stephanie. We just really want to say a few kind words. To my sister, firstly, you look beautiful tonight. And Connor, you're always looking sharp. I think, when, as an older brother and older brothers, you always kind of fear when you have a sister. Because you're like, who's this guy that's taking out my sister? But I think, without getting into too much of a roast, Connor would be the perfect guy for anybody to take their sister. For those of you who know Connor, he's one hell of a guy. We're neighbors, we're now brothers, I watch his dog. So, welcome officially to the family, Connor.
I'm the younger brother, Marco. Just want to say a few words. Stephanie, you're like my best friend. I want you to know that. we're really close, me and my sister. We used to go home, together after school, and she'd be afraid to sleep at night, so she used to make sure that I linked my feet with her feet, so that that I didn't go anywhere, and I had to look in the other direction of the room just in case somebody was coming in. So, and Connor, I want to welcome you officially to the family. You're a great guy, man. I got to tell you, and I'm glad that you're by her side today. And if everybody could raise their glass for a toast. To the bride and groom, I wish you nothing but love, health, happiness, and many children. To the bride and groom.
Big round of applause for Rocco and Marco. And now to bless our meals this evening, I'd like to invite up Giuliano and Juliana and Mark Anthony. Big round of applause as they make their way.
In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, amen. Give for meals. Bless us, O Lord, for these thy gift which we're about to receive from thy bounty through Christ our Lord, amen. Bon appetit.
I want to know who wants to see the bride and groom kiss here tonight. All right, so hold on. Instead of banging on the plates, we're going to do something a little different. We're going to do something a little more fun and interactive. So what I want you to do is I want you to look to the left of you. And I want you to look to the right of you. And I want you to look all around your table and find me one person at your table who is willing to do anything to have a good time here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, when you have found that person, kindly ask them to stand up and tuck in their chairs. I promise. I will not embarrass you, I promise. So, the people who are standing, you are the captains here tonight, all right? So, you gotta make sure that your tables are having a great time tonight, and you're also gonna show your tables how to get the bride and groom to kiss. So what I want you to do is grab your napkin, and I want you to wave it high in the air and make some noise. All right, captains, now that you've shown your tables how it's done, kindly ask your tables to also stand up and tuck in their chairs. right, friends and family, now that you are all standing, this is the most important part, all right? So Connor and Stephanie, I need you to stand because I want to see your pretty faces. So, here is what's going to happen. On the count of 3, your friends and family are going to wave their napkins high in the air and make some noise. And when they stop making noise, that's when you guys stop kissing. So, good luck to you. Friends and family, are you guys ready? Napkins high in the air. 1, 2, make some noise! If you want your bride and groom to kiss, that's how you're gonna do it. You got it? All right. At this time, I'd like to invite up Kyle Abella to the podium to say a few kind words.
Hello, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Kyle and I'm Connor's best man. First off, let's thank Mario and Maria for raising such a wonderful daughter. And for Bill and Nancy, well, at least you did your best. But in all seriousness, Connor and I have been friends our whole lives. It seems like just yesterday we were sitting around in our diapers watching Barney. Throughout our 24 years of friendship, we have shared many memories and similar passions, such as hockey, fishing, and a love for Italian girls named Stephanie. Growing up, neither one of us had a brother, but you're like the brother I never had. And with that said, I'm honored to be standing up here with you on this special day as your best man. Congratulations, buddy.
All right, now at this time, we have just a little bit of a surprise here tonight. I'd like to invite up Rob Abella to say a few kind words as well. Please give a big round of applause for Rob.
Thank you. So this is a little surprise for Connor and Stephanie, and for Bill. Nancy's in cahoots on this. So those of you who don't know me, I'm Kyle's dad. Longtime friends of Bill and Nancy from way back before the kids were born. And I've got this little thing I've been hanging on to for 24 years, Connor. It was a message on my answering machine from the day after you were born that your excited dad called. So I hung on to this for 24 years for this day because it was so moving and it's so clear in your dad's voice how much he loves you and how proud he is of you and is today. So I hung on to it. I scrambled to get it converted from a cassette tape last night to an MP3. Dave, the DJ's got it ready to roll there. Bear with me, it's kind of hard, it's hard to maintain the quality of a cassette over 24 years. And there's a lot of feedback. So what happens is Bill starts leaving the message, and then Kyle's mom Sabrina answers the phone, and they start into a conversation, and goes back and forth. And there's a lot of feedback, but you get the gist of it. So all right, Dave, take it away.
Hi, thanks for calling. Please leave a message after the series of beeps, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thanks. Bye.
Robin, Sabrina, how you doing? It's Bill. Now, why would I be calling you at 10 days on a Tuesday morning? Well, last night at about 7 o'clock, we had a baby boy. Yay! Anyways, just...
Hey!
Hey, how are you?
Congratulations! Hang on a second.
No problem.
Okay, repeat.
You want to get you on the bed or something?
Oh, I was changing Kyle.
Oh, no problem.
How did it go?
It wasn't very well. It was long. She ended up having to do the race section.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was, she just didn't want to go.
Oh, tell me about it.
Monday morning at about 2 o'clock. And we went into the doctor's office about 9.
Right.
And then,
Hey, I've got the feedback. Do you want me to go stop it?
oh, okay, sure.
Hang on a sec.
And that's it. Congratulations, guys.
One more round of applause for Rob. That was beautiful. And now I'd like to call up Rosie and Melissa to the podium to say a few kind words. Big round of applause.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for being here today to celebrate Connor and Stephanie's very special day. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Melissa, Stephanie's cousin and maid of honor. And this is Rosie, my sister, Stephanie's cousin and matron of honor.
Firstly, congratulations to the new couple, Connor and Stephanie. You both look amazing. I can see the happiness written all over your faces all day today. Steph, no one in this entire room can take the spotlight away from you tonight. You look stunning. Connor, you're a lucky man. I can't believe this day has finally come. Steph, today you transformed from Miss to Mrs. right before our eyes, and we are honored to be a part of your special day.
Steph, I don't know where to begin. Whoever suggested that a cousin is a distant relative never met us. Cousins like us are a rare breed. We've grown up more like sisters than cousins, and you've been there for us whenever we needed a true friend and a shoulder to cry on, and for that we will forever be grateful. First off, I don't think I've ever taken the time to say thank you for all the things that make me lucky to call you my sister cousin. So here are just a few. Thank you for being born 24 years ago and giving me a built-in forever best friend. Thank you for sitting beside me at every holiday lunch or dinner at Nuna's house. Thank you for the countless trips to Florida and Acapulco. You always won the Who is Darker game. Thank you for our numerous photo shoots and always letting me stand on the right side because you know it's my good side. Thank you for all the childhood memories, even the ones of you bossing me around. Thank you for being you. I can't imagine my life without you. Today you start this new journey in your life, and I know you're going to make an amazing wife to your Prince Charming. Yes, Con, I called you Prince Charming.
Steph, I really had a hard time with what to say today. There's just too many memories with you in the last 24 years. But watching you walk down the aisle today really hit me. You have grown up before my eyes, and I am so proud of the woman that you are. I can almost remember you being born. Maybe not the day you were born, but all of a sudden you were there. And Melissa and I finally had another cousin to play with, and this time it was a girl. I remember always wanting to hold you and help your mom with whatever she needed to do for you. She would even let me give you a bath in the laundry room tub. I remember you would cry if I got any soap in your eyes, so I was very careful, or I'd lose that job. When I was done giving you a bath, I would stick you on top of the dryer to curl your hair with your fingers and give you those little Boccolini curls. You were so cute. As you got older, so did the Barbie collection. I would get to Nuna's after school only to find 4 bags of Barbies, their clothes, the houses, the cars, their food, spread all over Nuna's basement floor. At 4 years old, you were already the leader, and you had to tell Melissa and I what we could play with, and sometimes we weren't allowed to touch any of it. And your mom would just say, "It's okay, just leave her alone." But I wouldn't change any of it for anything in the world, and you're always going to be my baby cousin.
Connor, I remember the first time Steph told me about you. I'm pretty sure I met you during your many webcam sessions. You've been like a brother to us. We've spent the last 10 years getting to know you, and I want you to know we love you and are thrilled for you to officially be a part of our family. Con, you have been a wonderful boyfriend to Steph, and then a fantastic fiancé, which is why I'm sure you will make a perfect husband. I guess I should be giving you advice, but you have been doing a great job for the past 10 years. Just remember, she loves to be spoiled, and a happy wife makes for a happy life.
So, Connor, here's some advice for the future. Number 1, Steph, put your hand on the table. Number 2, Connor, place your hand on top of hers. Now that you're married, this will be the last time you will ever have the upper hand, Connor. Whenever you're wrong, admit it. Whenever you're right, just be quiet. The best way to remember an anniversary is to forget it just once. Never forget the 2 most important sayings. You're right, babe, and okay, just buy it. But in all seriousness, today is not only a celebration of where you are now and the road ahead, but the road that has brought you here. No matter what life throws your way, there is nothing you two can't overcome. So here's to love, laughter, and happily ever after. We love you both.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more big round of applause to our maid of honors. Now, just one more, I guess, little surprise for our bride and groom here tonight. I was given a letter from Danette, and this letter she asked me to read, and it's for Connor and Stephanie, of course. And this letter is from Larry Steele and his wife Mercy. They are living in Calgary, and for those who don't know, Larry is Connor's uncle. So Larry would love to be here celebrating with everyone. He sends his congratulations to Maria and Mario and Bill and Nancy, the proud parents. Larry sends his best wishes to Connor and Stephanie and says, "May your love and happiness continue to grow and blossom like a beautiful garden. Wishing you happiness always." Big round of applause for them here tonight. All right, friends and family, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you are enjoying your meals this evening. Now at this time, we do have a few more speeches to get to, so I would like to invite up the parents of the bride, Mario and Maria, to the podium to say a few kind words.
Hello everybody. It's real nice to see you all here. I want to thank you all for coming. It's a pleasure that we're all here to see the love of my life here with the love of life. It's been 10 years that this love affair has been going on. But it finally came to fruition, and we're here today to enjoy the celebration. Steph, the moment I saw you, I fell in love with you. I haven't been able to take my eyes off you ever since. You're the one, Agarda, as it says in Solomon, that keeps the family together. So one day when you have your own family, you will be the glue that keeps it all together, like your mother here. Okay? So remember, Connor, I saw her first. I loved her first. That love will never go away until the day I close my eyes. We, when as a baby, we give her many nicknames. One of them was Smooch. So she was my little Smooch. Then she became the Big Smooch. Now she's become the no smooch. So Connor's getting them all. Connor, God bless. You're the best. Welcome to the family. I love you like a son. It's been 10 wonderful years. We've known you, we know each other a lot more. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Stephanie and Connor's wedding. And here we are again, less than 2 months after my son Rocco and Candace's wedding. I always dreamed of my kids getting married one day and helping to plan their wedding, but I never thought it would be 2 weddings in the same year. I won't lie, it's been a little crazy at the Amici household over the last few months, and I think I could write a blog for one of the wedding magazines, but I wouldn't trade it for anything. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Maria Ricci, and I am Stephanie's mother. We are so happy to be celebrating this beautiful day with our daughter and her new son-in-law. I want to also thank all of you for coming to help celebrate the special occasion with us. We really appreciate it. Well, Mario, we are now almost empty nesters, as 2 of our 3 kids married and moved out. I can't imagine how different things will be around our house. And I don't even think I know how to cook for less than 5 people. It's hard to believe our baby girl is married. I still remember the day she was born. We had no idea we were expecting a girl. I still remember the joy on your face when the doctor asked us what we already had, and you said 2 boys. And he smiled and said, "Well, here's your baby girl." I think you were more overjoyed than I was. I finally got my baby girl, and I was so excited to start dressing her in pink and frilly clothes. She was a great baby, and the boys loved their baby sister and dotted on her every move. Her hair was thick and curly, and you couldn't deny how much she resembled her daddy. She has always been the apple of his eye, and he couldn't wait to get home from work to see her. As she grew older, we noticed how much she pretty much took over control of our entire household. She was a very confident and determined child, and she had her brothers playing house with her, and Dad and I following her every step. She was very protective of her toys. What a collection she had. They took up most of our basement, and nobody was allowed near them unless, and only she could tell if you could touch anything. Even when her cousins came over, she dictated which toys they could play with and what games they would play with that day. Every doll's name was Elizabeth, and you played with them for hours on end. I guess as the baby of the family, we all loved to spoil her, and her dad nicknamed her Cheleta, which he still calls her today. The year she started high school was a very big, scary year for her, since she had gone to grade school in Scarborough. But then we moved to Markham, and she had to start a new school in a new area, and had left all her friends behind. Soon she was making new friends, and she kept talking about this boy named Connor. We never thought anything of it, but she brought his name up a lot. We wondered who this boy was, and she just said, "He's just a friend." One day she brought him to the house and introduced us to him. The years flew by, and Connor and Stephanie began to date and spent more time together. By the end of high school, they were inseparable, and were even named king and queen at their prom. They really are a true meaning of high school sweethearts, and have been together for over 10 years. Connor, we have seen you grow up from a young boy to the handsome man you are today. You have always treated our daughter like a queen, and we couldn't be happier for this day to come. We want to welcome you and your family, Bill, Nancy, and Caitlin, into our family. Stephanie, you look like a princess today, and we are so proud of you and everything that you have accomplished. We wish you and Connor a lifetime of happiness, and we look forward to what the future holds. We love you both.
for the parents of the bride. And now, at this time, I'd like to invite our parents of the groom, Bill and Nancy, to the podium. Big round of applause.
That's a pretty tough act to follow, but first of all, buonasera e grazie per essere venuti a matrimonio questa sera. Anyway, well, funny story. I had lots of help, but I can call myself half Italian right now, which is pretty cool. So they've got all these fake Italian restaurants, Joe Badali's, Alice Fazzuli's, Eastside Narrows. You can go into the washrooms, and what are they doing? They're playing music that teach you how to speak Italian. Well, it's amazing the looks you get when you spend hours on end in those restaurant and washrooms. They only called the police a couple of times, so really it wasn't that bad. But anyway, first of all, I'd like to thank everybody in English this time, and probably a little bit more clear, and I apologize for absolutely butchering the language. But thank everybody for joining us this evening. It's great to have everybody here, and we really, really do appreciate it. And I especially like to thank all the people that have traveled some distance to get here today, because I know that, well, actually everybody's some distance to get here today, but there's a lot of folks here that did travel a long way to get here today, and we really, really do appreciate it from the bottom of our hearts. And certainly thank you to Mario and Maria and Rocco and Marco, not for just welcoming Connor and your family, but for welcoming, Nancy, Caitlin, and myself along with Connor. So we really, really do appreciate it. I would be remiss to say that there are a number of people that aren't with us today. My dad, Bill Sr., my mom, Margaret, Nancy's mom, Teresa, and Nancy's father, Ernie. We know they're looking down on you two today, so we really appreciate it too. Did pretty well. I only cried at the tape recording. Oh my goodness. Anyway, but there are a lot of personal benefits. Forget about Connor right now, about being part of an Italian family. And we've really seen the theme. Everybody's talked about it, but it's really about the food. So it's been great. Connor would come home now and again and talk about this girl that he's starting to date. And then, we'd ask him periodically, Connor, you coming home for dinner? After a while, it was, what you having? Well, it was very quickly thereafter that Connor stopped coming home for dinner. But Nancy and I are pretty quick learners, and we realized that he came home with a lot of leftovers. And so, if anybody, if you want to cook for more than 5, Maria, Nancy and I are more than happy to So we actually started telling Connor we're cooking these crap meals just so he'd bring home food. It was great. Anyway. And the other one is, again, cookies. Everybody has seen the cookies out there, and Maria's cookies are just to die for. So what Nancy and I quickly learned too is after every Arici event, which usually happened 2-3 times a month, they come home with a box load of cookies. It was great. So we've been on a bit of an exercise regime these days. At least I get some points off. But anyway, just very quick. Well, I say very quickly. I've got a lot to say still. It has been a pleasure to watch. Really, Stephanie, you grow from a very young lady and who was scared to death of dogs into a young woman that actually has a dog of her own, our little buddy Perry that all of you have seen on the screen. Nancy sat down because you're getting tired, so okay. Good. But anyway, one of the things that's really understanding how you really felt that your son has been welcomed into another family. So one time we were, and again, the theme here is food. So we were invited over to Mario and Maria's house for lunch one day. And of course, we asked the question, what's for lunch? And it was, just lasagna. Well, I'll tell you. And you guys all know this. Never believe an Italian woman when she says, just lasagnas for lunch. They forget about the chicken and the meatballs and the antipasta and the salad and, of course, the cookies. But it was really about the salad. So we're sitting around watching, the salad gets passed around. Everybody gets their fair share of salad. And it gets to Connor. And Connor's looking at the bowl. He's looking around the table, making sure everybody's had their fair share. And it's also almost like he got the nod. Yeah. He digs into the bowl, doesn't put a thing on his plate. He'd look around, and so it's like, well, he's really part of the family now. He doesn't even use a plate. And then Stephanie goes, Connor, use a plate. And then it was Maria speaks up and says, Connor, don't worry about that. And Stephanie, you need to be a little better, treating Connor a little nicer. Well, I tell you, if it wasn't for all the food I'd eaten, I'd have fallen off my chair. But yes. Well, one thing, just again, not very quickly. Stephanie, you didn't really know this when you first met us, but this was really about a series of tests to see if you could be part of our family. I gotta say, could Stephanie really become part of a Caker family? Like, only time would tell. We'd see if we could wear her down. So we started, okay, what's the test we're gonna do? Well, the first one was really about the little sister and the dogs. You'd come over, you'd hide behind Connor, you'd make sure the dogs, they weren't barking, you'd hide from me most of the time. But over time, what really struck me, Stephanie, is the friendship that you grew for Caitlin. And that was absolutely key, because we knew that if you were to become a great friend and a soon-to-be sister-in-law of Caitlin, you passed that particular test. The dogs eventually would stop barking, but you passed the sister test. Test number 2 was the outdoors. Many of you don't know that Connor is an extremely avid fisherman. And it really started at Clearview Cottage Resorts with a bunch of our friends and family, and kind of migrated over to, hey, there we go. And migrated up to our cottage up at Eagle Lake. Well, you really had to learn the ropes. And the ropes were all about fishing, taking worms off the hook, taking the fish off the hook, and the most important thing is letting your little fisherman go out fishing in the morning without attitude. So, but I will say, Stephanie, whenever you and your friends have left our cottage, you get bonus points for this particular question. You've left it spick and span, and now you've got your hands full with him. We've just cleaned his room. It's all coming up to your place. The second one is what I like to call the non-Italian Christmas dinner. I come from a pretty large family, although you wouldn't know they're all over hiding on the other side. But we know the Secret Santas, the presents, the gift exchanges, a bunch of crazy people, and our version of way, way too much food. But one of the things that we cook in our family has been a handed down recipe from my mother is candy jams with roasted marshmallows on top. So they're really good. They actually, if you need the recipe, you can give Stephanie a call. But anyway, I really kind of felt like I made it big time with Stephanie. Because before each family engaged, you go, you having the yams? And of course, the answer for Stephanie was always going to be yes, we were having the yams. So, but the key thing, when I really knew I made it big time, she called me, not you, Nancy, looking for the recipe for the candy jams. So she passed the book with me, but she also passed the book on the yam test, on the food test. But the final test was really friends and family. I don't think you have to look farther than all the people and friends that you have here today and look around at what that really means to you and your relationship. We've talked a little bit about what happened 23, 24 years ago. And I'm going to start to cry at that tape again. And again, it's all about Kyle and his poopy diapers watching TV. I can't believe it. But it's almost like those two were actually sitting there planning this, watching Barney. It was really, really bizarre. But anyways, it's great to see that our friendships, whether it be the Lees, the Sipricks, the Hydes, the Abellas, the Panaleos, and how that's extended to your friends around the table today, which has been absolutely fantastic. But the real test is everybody needs to remember, you don't get to pick a lot of things in life, but the one thing you do is you get to pick your friends. So we need to pick wisely. And it's truly, if you look around the room, you look around the table, you two have truly picked well for your friends. Through ups and downs, through the tough, the thick, the thin, this is what really brings us here today. I'd like to say that you guys have really good genes, because Mario and Maria have been married for 30 plus years. Nancy and I have been 30 plus years. So it's pressure's on. But realistically, it's the friendships, it's the family, it's the love, it's the people in this room that really are going to make your relationship blossom and continue to be as happy and successful as everybody is here today as well. We've seen you grow. We've talked a little bit about high school sweethearts. We've seen you grow to where you are today, which has been absolutely fantastic. Mary and Maria, you've raised a daughter who's got such a core set of values and principles that is only going to serve her so well as she grows into a lovely young woman. I'm going to say one final word before I hand it off to Nancy, but Stephanie, you were a family member long before today.
Table. Okay, yeah, so honestly, I don't know if I can do more than him. He's got 3 pages sitting there. So I'm a person of little words, so I'll keep it quick and easy for you. So first of all, thank you all for being here today. It means a lot to everybody, and especially for Connor and Stephanie. So to the Ricci's, for your support and never-ending kindness. You guys are always have open house and open arms, so thank you. And of course, the food and the cookies always help. See our theme here, right? To Stephanie, thank you for your patience in learning the Steele way of life, even if it's new and scary to you sometimes. Camping, fishing, cottaging, house decorating at Christmas, and Halloween, and for sure, cutting down a real Christmas tree every year. But you've also started some new trends with us. So, Monday night bachelorette nights. Just stop reading the ending first, please. Don't forget the workouts in your house. No more special soca for me. Not happening. Nail tips. She did a great job. Nails look great tonight. Shopping tips. And most important, for teaching Connor how to clean, because I hear he loves it. To Connor, thank you for being carefree and easygoing, and for always being able to laugh at yourself and keeping up with my sarcasm, and for being there for your sister, and of course, letting me babysit Perry. It's been a great day today, and you've got many years ahead. Thanks, guys.
Please welcome to the dance floor my bride and her very handsome father for their father-daughter dance.
T'ho sognata vestita d'argento, eri un angelo sceso dal cielo, e domani vestita di velo papà tuo ti porta a sposare. Le campane che suonano a festa per la gioia di chi ti vuol bene, papà tuo dentro il cuore ci tiene i ricordi più belli di te. Lauretta mia, bimba dorata, la serenata te la canta papà. La voce trema dall'emozione, questa canzone l'ho fatta per te. Eri piccola dentro alla culla, ti cantavo la ninna nanna, e se un giorno diventerai mamma capirai ciò che provo per te, e con l'abito bianco da sposa tu sarai la più bella del mondo, e se presto diventerò nonno, ninna nanna io ricanterò, giorno di festa e d'allegria, perché sta figlia si deve sposare. Tu che sei dolce, candida e pura, meriti un sacco di felicità. C'è la luna che fa capolino e rischiara sto vecchio cortile, dove in ansia una bimba gentile che domani si deve sposare. La cicala sull'albero è muta, s'è svegliata l'intera borgata, tutti sentono la serenata e papà sta cantando per te. L'acqua del fiume arriva al mare, se la mia voce ti arriva lassù, papà stasera ti chiede scusa cosa se non t'ha dato qualcosa di più? Quanto lunga sarà la nottata, quanto grande sarà la tua attesa, fino a quando domani in chiesa allo sposo gli dici di sì, mentre al dito ti mette la vera. Tu lo guardi e devi essere sincera, perché il vero linguaggio d'amore vive solo di sincerità. Viva la sposa, ti grideranno, sorridi a tutti e non ti emozionare. E sii felice, bambina mia, questo col cuore lo vuole papà. E sii felice, bambina mia, questo è l'augurio che ti fa papà.
Big round of applause for our bride and her very handsome father. One more round of applause for the bride and her very handsome dad. And now I would like to call up the groom and his beautiful mom to the center of the dance floor. Let's give a big round of applause to them.
I hope the days come easy and the moments pass slow, and each road leads you where you wanna go. And if you're faced with a choice and you have to choose, I hope you choose the one that means the most to you. And if one door opens to another door closed, I hope you keep on walking till you find the window. If it's cold outside, show the world the warmth of your smile. But more than anything, more than anything, my wish for you is that this life becomes all that you want it to. Your dreams stay big, your worries stay small. You never need to carry more than you can hold. And while you're out there getting where you're getting to, I hope you know somebody loves you and wants the same things too. Yeah, this is my wish. I hope you never look back, but you never forget all the ones who love you in the place you left. I hope you always forget and you never regret, and you help somebody every chance you get. Oh, you find God's grace in every mistake, and always give more than you take. But more than anything, yeah, more than anything, my wish for you is that this life becomes all that you want it to. Your dreams stay big, your worries stay small.
I'd like to invite up the reason we are all here tonight. Stephanie and Connor, big round of applause and make it your way.
Hi everybody, on behalf of Stephanie and I, I'd just like to start by thanking everybody here for making the trek up into God's country. And I wasn't exactly close to anybody's homes, but thank you very much for making it all this way. You're here to witness what's been a year plus of planning and stress and just absolute craziness at the house and at her house and everything. So both of us are truly honored to share today with all of you guys, so thank you very much for being here. Also, we'd like to thank S4 Entertainment for the music so far. It's been absolutely amazing. And of course, Samantha, your MC tonight, for doing a great job of getting the party started. Thank you to Rita from Simply Sienna for helping make today the absolutely picture-perfect event Stephanie has always dreamed of ever since she was a little girl. Rita's done everything from the flowers to the order that we walked up into church, and she's just been absolutely incremental in making today a success. Another big thank you goes out to Goody Cambay and his team of videographers and photographers for, one, the amazing video you guys just watched, and two, embracing the cold weather and turning it into something amazing. Additionally, thank you to everybody here at the Manor for your hospitality, professionalism, and absolutely incredible service. You guys have done an amazing job making Stephanie and I feel absolutely just great. You guys have been helpful, and thank you very much. Our next bigger thank you is to our bridal party. You guys have been absolutely amazing in helping us get through what's been one heck of a ride this last year. I mean, every single step of the way, from planning our bachelorette and bachelor parties to helping Stephanie pick a wedding dress to coming with me to get my suit fitted. I mean, we truly could not have picked a better group of people and a better looking group of people. To my best man, Kyle, who you all heard from earlier today. So he kind of brought it up. We've known each other forever. I mean, you all heard the incredibly emotional and sentimental take. But what a lot of you don't know is that Kyle he's a shyer guy, I mean, but he's also hilarious, he's genuine, he's kind, he's nurturing, he's protective. He is one of the best friends any person could ever ask for. I'm going to tell a little story about him, but it's a story that really explains who he is and the kind of guy that he is. So there was one day, Stephanie, myself, Kyle, his girlfriend, and our other friends, Michael and Lisa, we all went out downtown in Toronto. We take the GO bus home. I think we caught the last bus. It was like 2:40 in the morning. And it was in the middle of December. It was probably minus 25 degrees outside. We get home, we get off the bus, and then we still have a 15-minute walk back to the house. And about 5 or 10 minutes into the walk, it's pretty much the Arctic outside, Stephanie, Kyle's girlfriend, mentions that her feet are sore. So Kyle, being the stand-up guy that he is, takes his shoes off, gives them to Stephanie, and walks the rest of the way home, probably about 2 or 3 kilometers, in his socks, on the cold, wet pavement. So I mean, if that doesn't tell you the kind of guy that he is, I'm not sure what will. Buddy, Kyle, I don't know, I can't really see you, but you've been an absolutely incredible friend ever since the day we met when we were in diapers. I mean, you've been, like you said, the brother I've never had and the brother I've always wanted. So thank you.
To Rosie and Melissa, you two have been like sisters to me ever since we were little, and I wouldn't have wanted any other way. Thank you for always being there for me, literally doing everything for me. I'm sure most of you know how bossy I was as a child, and these two never complained, but put up with me and still wanted to play any game I would suggest to them. I'll never forget the one night we made a sleepover and I was super stubborn on keeping my bedroom as neat as it could be. I will never forget as you guys were asleep, I proudly got out of bed and made the bed while the two of you were still inside of it and you both said nothing at all but just laughed because you knew that was the way I was. Having the two of you by my side today and throughout this entire wedding planning process has made a dream come true as you're both made preparing for today so much easier. I love you guys so much and thanks again for being the sisters I never had. Mom and Dad, I am so grateful to have such amazing parents like you. I am so lucky to have you both in my life. Mom, you have the most amazing heart ever, and thank you for being by our side today. Dad, thank you for your love and support, and don't forget you're still my number one, and I'll still be your little girl. Love you. To Bill and Nancy, thank you both for raising such a caring, loving, and handsome son. Thank you for welcoming me into your home 10 years ago and being so loving and welcoming since the day that we met. I can see where Connor has gone all of his love and compassion. It shines through you both. Thank you, and now I can finally say I'm officially a part of the family. Connor. 10 years ago today, I would have never thought this day would have come. Having you come into my life has made everything so much better. Thank you for being there for me through everything. I seriously could not have asked for a better guy to come into my life. For those of you who don't know Connor well, he is probably the most generous, kind-hearted, easygoing, and patient man. I truly feel the luckiest girl in the world to get to spend the rest of forever with you. I love you.
To my sister Caitlin, anybody who's been a part of my life long enough to see the relationship that I have with my sister knows that we're not your usual brother-sister. I can't remember a single time in our lives when we ever argued or ever fought. We get along all the time. It's easy. So Katie, I just want to say thank you for always playing goalie when we played road hockey. Thank you for always being there for both Stephanie and I since the day you met her. And most of all, thank you for always treating her like a sister. To Rocco and Marco, my new brothers-in-law. Thank you both for not being the typical, usual, older, scary brothers that most people have to deal with. Ever since the first day I walked into your house, I'm pretty sure I was wearing pajamas. You guys have made me feel more than welcome and just absolutely incredible. You've been great friends to me and even better brothers to my new wife. So thank you both for always being there for us and always being around. To my new mother and father-in-laws, Maria and Mario. I feel like an incredibly lucky guy to have in-laws like you guys. I know a lot of people out there have difficulties with their in-laws, whether it be, family Christmases or anything like that, but I think my dad did a pretty good job of explaining you guys. You're welcoming. I eat more than I could ever eat at your house. It's been that way since day one, and I am beyond thankful to have in-laws like you guys. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for raising the most truly incredible person I've ever met in my entire life. From the moment I met you guys, it was easy to see why Stephanie is as incredible as she is. She is the perfect recipe of both of you, pun intended. I'm honored to now officially be a part of the family, even though you have always made me feel at home. To my mom and dad. To my mom and dad, it's impossible to try and explain how grateful I am to have such kind-hearted, nurturing, generous, calm parents like you guys. One of them at least is calm. From driving me around every single weeknight for hockey as a kid to dropping me off at 18 Royal Troon every night throughout high school before I got my license. It's easy to say you have always been the most supportive people in my life. You've never pushed me to do anything I didn't want to do. You've always let me follow my dreams, and for that I will forever be grateful. Most of all, I'd like to thank you from the bottom of my heart for shaping me into the man that I am today. And I only hope that one day I am as awesome as you guys. And now, last but certainly not least, Stephanie. Also, just to clear up everything that anybody has said to this point, Stephanie is still bossy. I have never had the upper hand. And I always just say, okay, buy it. But I'm gonna start this off with a little story. So when I knew I wanted to propose to Stephanie, I always knew I wanted to marry her, but when I knew I wanted to propose to her, being the good Italian boy that I've slowly turned into, I set up a meeting with her mom and dad for dinner one night when she was out doing soca size or shopping or who knows what. And I went over to her parents' house. I asked them for their blessing, of course. I mean, being the guy I am, I knew they were going to say yes. It was easy. What I didn't know is the question they were going to ask me after they said yes. So they both looked at each other. They said yes, of course. You know, you're a great kid. And I'm like, yes, keep going. This is perfect. No, and they looked at me and they said, are you sure you're ready for her? And that's not a joke. That really did happen. Yeah. But after over 3,695 days of dating this beautiful lady, you really get to know the type of woman that she is. And saying yes to that question was one of the easiest yeses I've ever given in my entire life. Being your personal photographer, chauffeur, to and from the mall, shoulder to cry on, confidant, boyfriend, fiance, and now husband has been the absolute best time of my life. Stephanie, you are truly the most beautiful, loving, caring, incredible human being that I've ever met. I am truly honored to be able to spend the rest of my life right next to you. I feel like the luckiest man in the world right now, and I can't wait to see what the rest of our life has in store. Now, after all these years of finally dating, I can finally call you what I always saw you as, my wife. Lastly, thank you all for bearing with us. It's been a while, it's been a few hours. Please, get this party started.
I think I want you more than want. I know I need you more than need. I wanna hold you more than hold. When you stood in front of me, I think you know me more than know. And you see me more than see. I could die now more than die every time you look at me. Well, I've seen you in jeans with no makeup on, and I've stood there in awe as your date for the prom. I'm blessed as a man to have seen you in white, but I've never seen anything quite like you tonight. No, I've never seen anything quite like you. When it's right, it's more than right, 'cause you feel it more than feel. I could take this moment now, right into the grave with me. Oh, well, I've seen you in jeans with no makeup on, and I've stood there and all as your date for the prom. I'm blessed as a man to have seen you in white, but I've never seen anything quite like you tonight. No, no, I've never seen anything quite like you tonight. Oh, no, no, I've never seen anything quite like you tonight. In your eyes, oh, in your eyes, in our hearts, yeah, in our hearts. Sometimes words just ain't enough for this love that's more than love. Well, I've seen you in jeans with no makeup on, and I've stood there and all 'cause you're